Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do DIY flower crowns just in time for summer and the summer festival season. So I'm going to show you guys how to do two different ones. One is a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more fun for the daring girl, and then the other one's going to be smaller and just better for everyday wear and stuff. So you'll need to start out with some assorted flowers, some cutting pliers, some stem wire, scissors, and some stem wrap tape. So we're going to start out by making this big one with these big purple daisies. It's my favorite one. So you're going to take your stem wire and you're going to take one of the pieces and you're going to measure it around your head so you can get that nice shape, and you're going to do the same thing to the second one. So you should only need two for your crown. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them by just wrapping them around each other. You want to make sure that once you put them together, you kind of measure it with your head again, just to make sure that when you wrap them around each other and secure them together, they're the perfect size. So then after that, I'm going to take the ends of it. I'm going to take my long nose pliers and I'm just going to tighten it so that there's no like spiky pieces poking out, because you don't want that to happen and then you put it on your head and it ends up like poking you. So after that's done, I'm going to take my flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. Obviously they're synthetic, they're from Michael's. And I'm just cutting them a little bit below the stem. And I really like these for flower crowns because they're perfect. They literally go around, since they're horizontal, they go around the crown really, really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach them by the stem, and I'm going to attach them with that stem wrap tape. And what this is just flower tape. It's all of this stuff, I got it in the flower section of Michael's, but any craft store has that section. So you're just going to wrap it around the crown as you go. This tape is very sticky and stretchy, so what you're going to do is want to make sure to stretch it and stick it really nicely. You want to make it really tight and really snug. So I'm going to keep doing that with these little lilac colored flowers. I'm just going to keep attaching them around the crown as I go. And like I said, these flowers, because they're in a horizontal like that, they're super simple to make flower crowns with. Now I'm just going to show you guys what I'm going to do with the flowers. So these are a little bit harder to work with. You can hot glue gun them if you want, but I'm just taking them. What I'm doing is I'm finding the hole between the wire and the flower stems that I put in just now, and I'm fitting them between those two, and then I'm going to slowly wrap them with the stem wrap tape. And this is a little bit harder to do. It's a little bit more tedious because you want to make sure you don't damage any of the other flowers, but you're just basically wrapping that stem to the crown. So because you're adding the flowers and because you're adding more stem wrap tape, it's going to make that crown a lot thicker, because I know the wire on its own is very thin, but I suggest getting thin wire like the one I'm using because it's easier to work with, it's easier to shape, and like I said, when you add the flowers and when you add the tape, it makes it a lot thicker, so it works out really well. And what I'm just showing you guys, I'm just going to finish showing you guys how I made the crown, but I pretty much already explained how it is that I'm doing it. I'm just sticking the big daisies in through the centers of in between the wire and in between the stems of the lilac flowers that I put before. So I'm just inserting them in there, and then I'm taking some of that tape and I'm just wrapping them around all three. So I'm wrapping them around the wire, around the stem of the other flower, and then making sure to secure it in there. And then if the stems that you cut of the daisies are a little too long, you can just take your pliers and then cut them a little bit more once they're already in there. So that's basically what I'm doing. And then you can also, if you wanted to add to the back, you can add a nice ribbon and just tie it to the back of the flower crown if you want to make it look a little bit more girly, a little bit more like flower goddess-esque if you wanted to. But yeah, that's basically how you make this one. And there's the finished look. So now the next one is a little bit better. I know there were some people on Instagram who said they wanted to see some with smaller flowers because they're not into wearing like really big ones. So if you're not into making huge statements, you can make a little statement with this one. And I'm just using these flowers. There's like a bunch of flowers on a stem. I don't know how to explain it, but I showed it earlier, and then I'm just taking it like I did the lilac flowers from the previous crown, and I'm just taking the stem wrap tape making sure to securely tighten it around the wire. And I'm just going to continue doing that for the rest of the crown. So I actually only bought one of those little flower thingies, so it didn't come with enough stems for me to use. But what I'm doing is at the end of the crown, which is going to be sitting on the back of your head, I'm just wrapping it with stem wrap tape to make it thicker in that area, and also to cover up that ugly wire. You don't want that to show through. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to add some of the leaves that the flowers came with, and I'm going to add those leaves to the back of the crown just to give it a little extra something so it doesn't look so plain back there. But I suggest if you use these flowers, buy 2 of them. That way you have enough to fill up around the whole crown. But either way, it looks fine. I mean, I think it looks good. Once you're done with that, your crown is complete. And there you have it, guys. Simple, easy way to make a flower crown, because they're super expensive in stores and they're really inexpensive to make, and they're actually kind of fun to make as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again real soon.